Welcome to the Feeling Lighter podcast, where Coach Tyler and Dr. Lisa fix their hair right before they start shooting. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, if you guys are watching, I want to know if you think that my shirt is pink or salmon. No?
It's pink.
No, this is salmon. She swears her shirt is more
I didn't
salmon.
know you was colorblind.
Oh, that's all right. Hey, we got a fun episode planned for you guys today, so that's why we're starting out with some fun, silly stuff. Anna, who helps us do a lot of stuff at WeShape, put this one together. Puts everything together, right?
It should be WeShape by Anna.
It totally should. Oh man. Well, if you ever come out to a WeShape Wellness Retreat, you'll get in contact with Anna. She'll take care of you. In any case, we're gonna talk about our favorite things.
Yeah.
All right. And so what she did, she printed out this sheet, and we went ahead and we highlighted some of these provocations, these questions along the way, and we're gonna ask each other these questions. What's your favorite? Whatever. Right. And we'll both answer them. Right. So you can get a sense of our favorite different categories.
I just want to say we're going to try to answer them because what I told you all before we started filming is I struggle with favorites.
Yeah.
I struggle with narrowing down to one thing. I have a lot of Libra energy in my chart, and we like everything.
Oh no, we're going to horoscopes already. Here we go.
It's going to be wild. That's what I'm going to say. But go ahead.
Well, you can like more than one thing. Maybe you can have a couple favorites, right? So, yeah. You want to go first or you want me to go first?
I'm going to go first.
All right, you go first. Boom. What do we got?
The first one, my favorite comfort meal.
Oh, damn. I didn't highlight that one, so I didn't even think about
now
that
you
one.
got to think about it.
Okay, you go first on the answer, and I'll think about it while you're talking.
So my favorite comfort meal is a meal that reminds me of my grandmother. It's nostalgia, and it's just a side dish. I have some others because, again, I struggle with favorites, but the one that comes to mind is grandma's fresh homemade macaroni and cheese.
Oh, damn. I've been eating that since I was born. I was just literally thinking it's probably macaroni and cheese.
Mac and cheese. And I just made it for the holidays, and it's always a favorite. Now, I have changed the recipe because Grandma made it with pet milk. And if I make it with pet milk, everybody is going to be in the toilet.
Okay, hold on. What is pet milk?
You don't know what pet milk is? It comes in the can.
That was so shocking that our producer over here actually asked out loud, "What is that?"
Okay.
What is it? What is pet milk?
If you're not watching us, you're seeing us. I'm black, and black people use pet milk. Growing up, we did.
Okay.
I don't know. It's just canned milk. It's like a
condensed milk or something like that.
It's not like a sweetened condensed milk, but yeah, it's kind of condensed milk, so it's way heavier and way more dairy-ish, and yeah, it'll knock you out.
So no more pet milk, just milk.
I use almond milk, actually.
Oh, okay. So you go like a lighter dairy version of it.
I go super light because otherwise you can't really enjoy it as much as you want to. So mac and cheese.
You don't enjoy the outcome of it afterwards.
You don't enjoy the aftermath.
Oh man, my favorite. Here's the problem I think of is like comfort food, right? I used to be someone who was a very comfort food person, or someone who would frankly just binge and then restrict over and over again. And now I just kind of eat what I want. And I love macaroni. I just want to say, like, let me just throw another chip in for macaroni and cheese. I have the gluten-free kind, which is made of, like, rice. It's basically rice and cheese. Is that, like, it digests great for me? It tastes still pretty good. But it's much better than me eating regular macaroni and cheese and feeling the pain of that.
For everyone around you.
Yeah, and just my own sense of self. But, I'm going to say one more that's come back to me. And this has come back to me as of recent. When I was a kid, probably one of my favorite things in the world is a good old-fashioned biscuit. Oh, I love me some biscuits. Yeah, and I went gluten-free, I don't know, 12 years ago, I think now. And over the course of those 12 years, especially early on, I would try to get those biscuits back. I try to find the right like recipe and things, try to make them. I don't know if you guys made biscuits. It takes a long time to make biscuits, right?
Are no joke.
It is a lot of work, right? You got to beat this butter stick into the.
I buy them.
Yeah. So, anyways, I was talking to my wife's friend's son the other day, and I was like, "Yeah, you know what? They don't have that's gluten free. That's tasty as biscuits." He's like, "No, they have this brand down at New Leaf here, and it's fantastic." And I was like, "No way!" And I just didn't give it much thought. And then he bought me a bag of those biscuits for my birthday,
sweet.
and I put that thing in the air fryer, and I pulled that thing out of the air fryer, and I took a bite, and I was like, praise the Lord, I got biscuits back. So I'm going to say biscuits, my favorite comfort meal.
Okay, I like that. I like a biscuit.
Yeah. All right. Favorite workout move you love to hate? Love to hate.
Okay. I didn't highlight this one, but I do have an answer.
All right. Give me your answer.
Okay. So I am a big fan. We talked about this earlier. I have a climber in my room.
Yeah.
In my bedroom because I don't have a workout space. But I I got it because I like to get in cardio, but I'm not like a long haul cardio girl. I don't
Okay.
want to run. And to be clear, that was my past. I definitely was a runner. I ran 25Ks and 5Ks and 10Ks all the time. I ran cross country, but I don't enjoy much cardio these days. It's just boring, unless I'm doing something like dancing. So I was like, I need to do some cardio a little bit more consistently. So I bought a climber, and I did buy a cheap one off Facebook Marketplace. But it's in my bedroom, and I do it maybe like once or twice a week at max. But I don't enjoy it anymore. It's very boring. That's my issue with cardio. I think it's very, very boring. If I'm not dancing, I'm very, very bored. So I love it because it gives me the little push I need cardiovascularly.
Yeah.
But I hate it because it's boring as
How do you
shit.
approach it? Do you just try to like is it like a 3 hard minutes, 5 hard minutes kind of thing?
I blast the music and I
Yeah.
go for 5 hard minutes.
And just boom, you're
And I take
breathing
breaks
like
in
a beast
between.
afterwards.
'Cause
Yeah.
I'm like, you can only do that. Climbing is
It's no joke. Yeah, it's hard.
Okay, so it's like I feel like at least I'm investing a few minutes, then that's in something a bit more valuable than like just walking on a treadmill. But it's also super boring and hard. So I just try to block it all out with music or like a music video or something, and just pretend it's not happening. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, for me, there's this thing I learned early on. So you go to the gym, especially as a guy. This is more of a guy experience. And what you see is a lot of guys at the gym when I first joined the gym, and they do the curls and they do the bench press and they do the arm raises and everything like that. And after a while, you start to realize some of these guys had these little itty bitty legs, right?
legs.
They never do leg day. They're
They
always
skip
skipping leg day
day.
because legs are hard.
I
It's
was married to someone like
exhausting,
that.
right? So I remember early on, I thought to myself, hey, I don't want to be that. I should train my legs, and I'll train them hard and I'll make them strong. And then couple that with some knee surgeries and some injuries and stuff like that, which made me value having strength and range of motion in my legs even more. So my favorite workout move that I love to hate, unquestionably, it's squats.
Oh, yeah.
It's squats. And I just, all the kinds, all the varieties, right? But it's just, there's something about getting those last few reps of a squat set in, whether it's, jumping with your body weight or maybe lifting some weights or something like that, where you're just like, this is really hard, and I'm going to wrap it up, and you wrap it up, and then you get done, and you're like, oh, thank God I'm done with that set. Oh, thank God I'm done with that set. But I know how much it benefits me in the long run. So I'm going to squat until I die, or at least as long as humanly possible.
Yeah,
You know?
so that will be a workout I love to love. I love squats and I love deadlifts. I can do them all day. They make me happy. I feel strong. So, yeah.
That's because you're itty bitty and you only have to squat like a little bit to get a full range of motion on it.
Moving right along.
Moving
before I
along.
just
Moving
dial her
along.
out.
I know. I got these long legs to do this squat.
Your leg, first of all, your legs
That's
are
true.
not
I got a
that
long torso. That's
you
true.
definitely
a
have
long torso makes the deadlifts hard.
favorite stretch that feels better than it should. Oh.
Ooh, yeah, I got you.
So mine, I almost need to demonstrate it, but I'm not. Mine is like that figure, like standing figure 4 piriformis pigeon situation.
Okay.
Standing like at a tall like couch. So like you're on the arm of the
Yep.
couch doing it.
Yep.
That is my favorite way to do it. It's such a deep stretch.
Like a
because
high chair glute stretch. So you put your foot in front of you, drop your knee to the outside, and then you kind of bend
Exactly.
forward towards it.
Exactly.
Like a pigeon stretch on a
Oh,
chair. Yeah.
I'm in
a good
heaven.
one.
I can do that every day. Like, it always feels good. There's never a time where those muscles in my hip are not tight and are not begging for that stretch. So that is my absolute favorite.
I love that you picked that because I almost picked that one, right? I remember I had a friend in high school who was this California state champion wrestler. And one of the things I always was just impressed by is his like dynamic mobility was insane. And that specific stretch, just like basically if you can imagine, it doesn't matter whether you're sitting, standing, bringing the inside of your ankle towards your chest, right? He could touch the back of his head with his ankle without using his arms. It was so much external rotation, dynamic mobility, which makes you an amazing wrestler, by the way.
pretzel. Yeah, that
but like
definitely
incredible.
makes you a
So
wrestler.
I remember he repped it. I started doing that stretch, and it just every time after you finish that stretch, you're just like, oh, your hips feel so good, right?
Yeah, they thank you for that.
Yeah, it's a good one. Mine, though, that I wanted to say was, I hate this one, but it's so good. The couch stretch. the classic hip flexor couch stretch, right?
Oh,
so if you do a hip flexor stretch kneeling and then you bring your leg up even more so you get a deeper stretch throughout the quad and the hip flexor.
Yeah.
I think that's one where if you can stick with it, you can get yourself to an uncomfortable 85, 90% and then really relax into it and breathe your way down to like a 70, 75 and then repeat a couple times. Whenever I come out of that stretch, I feel like I could my knees feel better, my lower back feels better, my hips feel better.
Feel taller.
I feel like I feel taller. I feel like I could jump. That's a good one. Okay. And then let me just throw a second one in there real quick. I do this one all the time. Just clasping the hands behind the back. And then lifting the chest toward the sky.
Oh.
I mean, that is such an because the couch stretch, not a lot of people can do it necessarily if you can't kneel, if your kneecaps hurt, right?
Yeah.
But clasping your hands behind your back or even just grabbing a towel behind your back and straightening your arms, lifting your chest. Man, we all struggle with bad posture from sitting all day.
If I had to add a second one, it would be what I sit here and do every day, like thoracic extension over a chair.
Okay, so you're sitting in a chair, you put your hands behind your back, and then you open your chest toward the sky.
Watch out, your belly shirt.
Yeah, my belly shirt. She's making fun of me because the pink shirt shows the belly. Here's the belly, everyone.
Tyler's wearing a pink crop top.
Yeah, they got me a pink crop top. No, they actually got this for my mom, who we do some videos with, and I was like, I'm wearing the pink shirt. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna wear it in for her.
It looks good on you.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna trim it up a little bit, heighten it a little bit.
Oh Lord.
Whose turn was it? Was it my turn? Or your turn?
I think it's
It's my turn, right?
Your turn, yeah, because we were doing stretch. I did that
Ooh,
one.
okay. Favorite way to decompress in under 10 minutes?
Oh, I like this one.
under
I
10
highlighted
minutes.
this one too. For me, it's breathing. It's like taking.
Stop stealing my macaroni and cheese.
Okay, so look, actually, you know what? I'm gonna take breathing out because let's save that for something later. My favorite way to decompress in less than 10 minutes is to go outside. Fresh
It's like
air,
walk
sunlight.
or anything.
I will literally stand at the front door. I mean, walking's great, but I will just go outside if I'm at work, if I'm at home, especially when I'm working from home, and I will just take in the sunlight on my face and take in the fresh air and listen to the birds, perhaps see the birds. I have bird feeders now, y'all, in the front and back of the house. I'm like,
bird feeders.
I'm the whole bird lady. I have binoculars and everything. So that's
We got bird feeders just so our cat can see birds, though.
So the cat can see them?
Yeah, the bird feeder's on the outside of the window, and then the cat can sit in the window and look at the bird feeder.
I thought it was so the cat could attack the birds. That's what.
And just eat the birds. No. He's an indoor cat.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so for me, it's just going outside. I value fresh air and sunlight more than ever before in life. And I live in Charlotte, North Carolina, and we have been having an abnormally warm season. Like our fall was very warm and the sun was always shining. So I'm just out there just taking it all in. That's how I decompress in less than 10 minutes.
I love that. Looking at nature, trees. And by the way, this is actually science now. They're talking about how natural environments can relax the nervous system, right?
Yeah.
So that's big. So I'm going to go back to the breathing one, and I'm going to be very specific about it. When I think of decompress, I think of change of your state state of mind. And so there's a lot of things that I would try to do to decompress that maybe had like a 75% success rate or maybe like a 50% success, especially if you're like real stressed out, you're like, I'm going to go for a walk. Nope, I'm just ruminating on my walk the whole time, right? The one thing that I say has a 100% success rate for me is breath work. Yep. And I want to be specific. It's not just... it's a more aggressive breath work practice that changes the CO2 in my blood, which makes me feel constantly more relaxed. So the type of breathing that I like to do, it's a deep inhale or 2 inhalations and then an exhale and repeating for around 30 to 50 repetitions and repeating that for 2 or 3 rounds. So it's like a and just repeating that 50 repetitions. I guarantee you there's not a person who does that won't immediately have a state change.
Yeah,
your body feels so much more relaxed. A little bit of that too, right? A little bit of that too. So don't do this while driving or standing or even sitting up. It's all about laying down, finding a safe, comfortable position. Be smart about it. Don't do it in a bathtub. All right, let's get smart here, okay? So, but honestly, I've been thinking about one of the things I want to add to WeShape, and one of the things I really want people to be able to do inside the app itself is like not just do a movement routine or a stretching routine or join a call or join with the community, but it's like do like a breath work routine.
Yeah,
or we have meditations as our live calls, but maybe just doing more meditations and stuff like that too. So
I'm a fan.
But breathing's huge. I mean, because the thing about it is I say 10 minutes, give yourself 3 minutes and you can have an incredible state change in just about 3 minutes.
1,000%.
Big fan of that.
I agree.
All right, what's next?
Favorite time of day to move your body and why?
Oh, shoot.
I'm a morninger. Like the more the day goes on, the less my chances are of doing anything structured.
Truth.
Like once I've like worked and cleaned and looked after kids and cooked dinner, I'm like, oh, I'm done. I'm showering and going to bed. There will be no movement other than me rubbing my feet together under the sheets. So for me, morning is everything.
Why are you rubbing your feet together? What are you doing? Keeping your feet warm? She's just all trying to keep my feet warm.
You know, I feel so judged. Let me just say.
Do you want me to get you some socks?
Do y'all not know people to say rubbing my feet together?
Oh my!
So it's okay. So it's a new thing. It's a new thing.
I'm learning
now.
so much on this call. We got pet milk. We got rubbing our feet together. What's going on?
Listen, it's a new thing. People say it now, like I'm gonna be in bed rubbing my feet together. I was the type of kid who grew up. This is how I went to sleep. I rubbed my feet together.
Did you really?
It relaxes. It's like a rocket.
Okay.
Like I rock my feet together.
It's like
rub them
EMDR
together.
with your feet.
Eye movement.
You guys don't know what that is? Look that up.
Shut up. So, but I remember when I was a little kid, like I'd like get in the bed with my mom and dad, and I'd be rubbing my feet together. They'd be like, "Lisa, stop," you know, because it's kind of disturbing and rustling the comforter. But that's how I calmed myself down and relaxed and went to sleep. And I've been doing it my entire life. And now that there's like a little trick, like it's probably a hashtag on social media, be like rubbing my feet together. That's what people say now, and they're like, "Listen, I'm about to be in bed rubbing my feet together. I'm done with all this." It's a thing.
All
But
right,
I
all
thought
right.
I was alone because people teased me about rubbing my feet together. But yes, I rub my feet together. So, anywhu, that had nothing to do with our favorites. But since
What was
you
the question?
called
I
me
don't know.
out
Favorite time of day.
to work out.
I'm rubbing my feet together. You know what's funny?
together,
I got to admit
together.
something here. That's really hilarious. The whole time you were saying that, I was like, ha, she rubbing her feet together. And then I was like, I rub my feet together at night. Katie makes fun of it. She goes, what's that noise? I go, that's just me rubbing my feet.
Hey, your ass is judging me.
Hashtag rubbing my feet
Rubbing
together.
my feet together. Now you know.
I guess I need to get myself some socks too. Oh, that's good.
It's not even for warmth. It's like, so I used to do this too. I stopped it because I think people think you're a little crazy when you're doing it. I like to rock like this. I rock back and forth.
Well, I gotta be honest. You look extra crazy when you're rocking back and forth like this.
But I do. I like to rock. Anyway. So I
man.
work out in the mornings because at night I'm tired. Okay.
So I work out in the mornings. Yeah. I'm gonna piggyback on that and say that I actually, it's funny. I used to work out in the evenings when I came home from work decades ago when I had a normal person's job, right? And that was just part of a good routine for me. So I want to just tell everybody, like, I think the best time of the day to work out is the time that you'll actually show up and work out, right?
Exactly.
And so if waking up in the morning means you're going to have to wake up early and lose sleep, like, don't do that, right?
Don't do it.
I have freedom over my schedule now, and so I do work out at various times. You know, I don't always have consistency, but I agree with you. For me, if I wait till later in the day, the likelihood of me doing something to take care of myself is going to go down over time.
down, yeah.
And so what I try to do on my schedules, I try to schedule nothing until about 10 or 10:30. And some days I just pack that schedule. Some days I go to work early, and some days I do my movement practice
Workout.
then, and I
Yeah.
give myself time to do that.
Yeah,
So
that's a good caveat too, finding what works for you. Because about 10 years ago, when my kids were really little, I
Like a
had all
nighttime
this
thing, or-
energy
Yeah.
after I put them to bed, and I would go work out in the garage for 30 minutes as soon as I put them to bed at like 8:30,
Yeah.
and that was it was perfect. And then I took a shower and I slept like out.
Yeah,
So it's just about finding what works for you in this particular season. So
Yeah,
that's just
But
my favorite right
The
now.
caveat I will say is, like, if you constantly find yourself in that position where you say you're going to do it and then you don't do it, carve
about
out some space.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? I actually had a client I was talking to yesterday, and I was just noticing that, you know, her issue was not being consistent. And when I was talking and listening, and it's just you're putting everybody else first. Right. And so my recommendation was put yourself first.
Before everybody
put
else. Do
yourself
you first.
And I said, put something in the calendar. Just put 30 minutes of self-care in there. And when that shows up, you get to choose what you want to do, right? Sometimes that self-care might be going for a walk. Sometimes that might be doing a workout. Sometimes that might be doing stretching routines. Sometimes that might be praying.
Sleeping in.
Nothing. Maybe it's doing some work so you can take some pressure off your shoulders. But the point is, mark your calendar, create the space
For you.
for self-care for you, right?
I agree.
Yeah. Hold on. I don't know why my alarm's going off over here. Turn that off in a podcast here. My turn?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Favorite quote you return to often?
Oh, okay. You went far down.
Yeah, I don't know. These middle ones I didn't do, so you're going to have to like hit me with them. I'll have to
Yeah,
just
we'll go back there.
answer ad hoc.
I highlighted that one too. So this is, again, I don't do favorites well, but this is like
if
a
you quote
current.
Victor Frankl right now,
I'm not going to quote
mind.
Victor. So I think this quote is from, I have these affirmation cards that I put on this little log on my nightstand, and I swap them out sometimes weekly, sometimes monthly, just whenever the spirit moves me. This one is one that I hand wrote from a book that I read. I think it was the book about money, maybe by the Money Witch, but it's right now, it's the one on repeat in my mind. I say it every day, and it is, I act in alignment with my highest good. And I've been living by that as much as possible. And sometimes that's the reminder when I'm about to make a decision. Like, am I going to do this or that? And then I'll look at that quote and I'll be like, I'm going to do what is aligned with my highest good, because that is what is most important and most impactful to me in this moment. So that is the quote that I have been returning to consistently, probably for the last 2 months. I don't think I've changed that card for 2 months because it's made so much sense. So I act in alignment with my highest good.
Ooh, I love the quotes that just give you lessons that you need to hear and practice, right? I love that. I'm gonna share two because I feel like there's two different circumstances.
Are you a Libra?
Yeah. So the first one is from Viktor Frankl. If you didn't hear that, there's a book. It's one of my favorite books of all time called Man's Search for Meaning. So Viktor Frankl was a psychotherapist that was a Jew in the middle of World War II, and he got interned in a Nazi death camp and started preaching, just teaching people, his philosophy. And he actually attracted like German guards and stuff would come to these sessions and really value what he was teaching. And probably the most powerful quote from his book was, between stimulus and response, there is a space. And in that space is your choice. And in that choice is your freedom. I know I probably butchered that a little bit, but when I read that, I was like, whoa. And what that really refers to is like anything that happens in your life, right? Something happens, usually we'll just like react with an old pattern and we'll show up and then we'll just get stuck in these old patterns. We're not choosing our life.
Right.
And what he's ultimately saying is, hey, it doesn't matter what happens. If you get injured, if someone you love passes away, whatever it is, there's space between what happened to you and how you want to show up in that. And you get to choose. Yeah. And so it's this constant reminder for me that like we can either unconsciously choose or we can consciously choose. Either way, we're choosing. Either way, we're choosing. Yeah. If we unconsciously choose, most of the time we're choosing an old pattern that's probably not serving us anymore. But it gives us an opportunity to pause, reflect, and make a different choice. The second one is when I feel anxious. When I feel anxious, my inner critic's showing up. It's telling me something scary that I don't want to hear. And I constantly think about this Mark Twain quote. I have known a great many sorrows, most of which never happened. And I love that because like most of the sorrows and the pain that we know in our life is manufactured imagination of our anxiety of what might happen. That's not really happening. And so that's a reminder that when I'm anxious, like I'm not God. I don't get to predict the future. And I can sit here and I can ruminate in my fear, or I can let go. I can be present. And I know that anything that comes my way, I can handle.
I love that. Yeah. Those are good ones.
I love those quotes.
Two great quotes. Awesome. All right. So the next one that I highlighted was favorite excuse for skipping a workout. It said real or made up.
Real or made up.
So to be very clear, I believe in autonomous workouts. So doing things that feel good to you and listening to your body and making the decisions that feel best to you in that moment without judgment or all those icky feelings. So for me, my favorite excuse for not working out is I don't want to. That's it. I don't want to. I'm not going to do it. Or I'm tired. I didn't sleep well, so I'm going to rest instead. Because again, my workouts typically in the morning. And so normally to get those in, I need to be up between 5:45 and 6. And some days I didn't get the sleep I needed for whatever choices I made. And I'm going to decide, no, what's more important is my sleep, my rest, my state of mind than getting in this workout. Or maybe I'll try to get it on the back end, or maybe I'll just skip it and I'll be fine. But it's really, I don't want to, and that's enough. I think that's enough.
I like that. I have a similar answer to yours. I often will start a workout. All right, I'm going to work out today. I've got energy. I feel good. I want to go do my workout. And I'll start a workout. This doesn't feel right. Do something else. This doesn't feel right. Do something else. This doesn't feel right. I don't feel like doing this anymore. Right? So I would say my answer is just connecting with my body and being like, I don't feel like this. You know what I mean?
I don't feel
and I think the hardest part about these answers is the discernment between I am choosing to not show up for myself repetitively because it's an old habit that I'm struggling to break and I don't have self-worth, and I'm giving myself a break because I don't feel like it, or my body doesn't feel good, or I don't want to, right? So, yeah, I think it's always good to check in with yourself and make sure that you have the right intentions underneath your actions.
Yeah.
But you do not have to do a workout if you don't want to. It's funny. I think this is fishing for like some like, oh, I'm going to go eat a donut instead or something like that, right?
And I might eat a donut.
And you might, but like, I don't feel like I think like that anymore,
Yeah.
you know? Yeah.
Nope.
Cool. That's a good one.
Your turn.
Okay. Favorite way to remind yourself that you're doing enough?
Ooh, that's a good one. For me, it's like I tell myself you're doing enough, you're doing a good job. We had a guest on not too long ago. It talked about the power of speaking out loud to yourself.
Yeah.
And I have been, over the last month or so, adopting that theory. I will get my ass right in the mirror and be like, Lisa, you're doing a really good job.
Great job, yeah.
You showed up. You did this. You did that thing. I mean, it might be something like you cooked a really amazing dinner. You know, you got in a great workout today. You know, you did your best. You had a great client session. Like, I will say the thing very specifically to myself and speak to myself like I am not myself, and just tell myself like how great you're doing, how phenomenal you are. Because I was someone who kind of thrived off external validation for many, many, many years. And then we've talked about this before, being in a really unhealthy marriage and begging for that validation and not getting it. It does a number on your self-esteem, and you start to forget how great you actually are. So I've been in repair mode for like the last year or two, and just rebuilding myself and reminding myself like, oh no, you're really great. Like, you really are. And it doesn't matter if everyone doesn't see it. Everyone doesn't have to see it. You just have to know it. And so that talking out loud and telling myself quite clearly, you're enough, you're doing enough, you're doing more than enough, you might need to take a break, is like everything to me. And it's the reminder that I need on a pretty consistent basis that I am definitely enough. So
I love that. I love speaking, just telling people over and over again, speak to yourself kindly, remind yourself that you're doing enough. That's
out
good.
loud.
Yeah. I'll share something a little different. I've definitely spent a lot of time speaking to myself in a positive way as well to reinforce that. But another way I like to think about this is less about words and more about like the body and feeling. Because when I think of remind yourself you're doing enough, we feel like we have to do that because we feel like we're not doing enough, because we feel like we are not enough. And that comes from future thinking and expectations that we place upon ourselves. And whenever I notice myself thinking way too aggressively about the future, and especially when it's coupled with like anxiety, right? Which is the I'm not doing enough feeling, I should do more, other thing like that. I try to go and like let it out and be right here, right now. In the present moment, what I've found is I have everything that I need.
Yeah.
I don't feel lack. I don't feel fear. The present is called the present because it's a gift that we can offer ourselves, and it's a gift we can offer others. And so my favorite practice is returning to the present.
Returning to the present. I like that. That's a good one. Awesome. Was that you? Is it my turn again?
It's your turn. It's your turn. That was my last highlight. I couldn't highlight some of these, so I don't know. Let's do one or two more, and we'll call it a day.
So this is random, but favorite song that gets you into a let's go mindset. Oh no! Of course, that would be yours.
I don't know. That's definitely. I mean, if that came on, I'd be going for it for sure.
Yeah.
You know, if you didn't know what I was singing there, because my lousy song impersonations, "Eye of the Tiger." That was a classic Rocky song.
I think
I'll try to think of
knows
something more
that.
contemporary and meaningful, though. Let's see. Go for it.
Mine is not meaningful at all.
Okay,
Well,
what you
there's
got?
two. So the one has more meaning, but the one that I listen to when I want to like ramp myself up and get going, and it might just be to keep my ass awake because I'm tired driving somewhere. It's Level Up by Sierra. Like, I instantly am like, level up, and I just can't, I feel like good about myself after that. The other one that does have a little bit more meaning, because I listened to it when I was going through like some rough stuff in college, is Survivor by Destiny's Child. I'm like a girl band, girl group type So those two songs like get me going, get me pumped, get me excited. It might be for a workout, or it might be, like I said, to keep myself awake because I'm tired driving somewhere and I've been doing the most or whatever. But those are kind of the two songs that get me going.
Okay. I'll throw some loops here just so people can start hitting Spotify or iTunes after this just to have some fun. A song I really love that pumps me up, makes me feel good too, is called Head and Heart. It's a little bit of like a dancey tune, you know, but it's just super positive. My kids love it. I love it. I listen to it. I want to dance. I could work out. Like, you could do anything to Head and Heart. I don't even know. It's got like a cover that's like teal and purple or something. I don't know. Yeah, so that's one. And then you said something powerful, which is like when you go through a hard time, I find that music can really hold you through that.
Yeah.
A song that I really enjoyed when I was having a struggle in just so many areas of my life, not that long ago, unfortunately, was Tracy Chapman, Crossroads.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. I love me some Tracy Chapman.
Yeah, Tracy Chapman's great.
So there's another one for you if you're having one of those moments where maybe you don't need to get pumped up, maybe you just need to cry a little.
Sometimes these are songs.
Yeah, right. We don't necessarily need to be pumped up, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, let's do one last one.
Okay, you got the last one because I didn't highlight anything else. All right, what you got?
I have two. I don't know which one I want to do.
on.
I'm going to do, the favorite non-negotiable part of your day.
Damn. See, when I thought about these ones, I'm like, man, sometimes, I don't know. Go for it. You listen to what you got.
Okay, I'll do it.
All right, you got something already.
And to be clear, I am about not being rigid. Hear that?
Yeah.
Non-rigidity.
This is the
flexibility.
Flexible, non-negotiable part of my day.
Exactly. Because sometimes, guess what? It is negotiable because something else comes up or you're really tired. So, but I would say that more often than not, what I'm going to do every single day at some point, usually first thing in the morning, is stretch. I will prioritize my stretching over my workout routine for the day because when I don't stretch, I feel pain, I feel soreness, I feel discomfort, and then I don't even feel like I can work out.
I started feeling tight and achy when you were saying that. I was like, damn, I need to stretch right now. I've been sitting in this chair too long.
I literally, if you go into my bedroom, my workout mat is laying on the floor next to my side of the bed. So as soon as I get up, as soon as I wake up, I say a quick little prayer, and I'm like, I don't want to get up sometimes, but I get up, make my bed, and then I'm on the floor on that mat and I'm stretching. I might be praying more. I might be meditating. I usually would turn on some meditation music, but I am taking that time. Sometimes if I'm running a little late, I'm going to still get 5 minutes of stretching. And if I can't, then I'll squeeze it in somewhere else in my day. But stretching is really a non-negotiable for me because when I don't stretch, I feel it.
Yeah, good for you. You're flexible too.
I am flexible. Yeah. I want to maintain that.
Yeah.
It's important to maintain
oh my God, so much easier to maintain than it is to get back.
It is.
That's for sure. Oh my God. I love that. I feel like, if I'm honest, I'm having a hard time answering this question because I don't feel like there's any one thing that I do every single day non-negotiably. The only thing that came straight to mind is I always have a glass of water when I wake up. I don't start with like coffee or anything like that. I will literally chug 1 or 2 glasses of water right when I wake up.
I love that.
It just makes me feel good when I do that, and it starts me off on a good foot. So that's probably the most quote unquote non-negotiable thing, because regardless of where I'm at or what I do, I probably do that every single day, no matter what. As far as like self-care, I think probably
that is self-care.
That is self-care. It's a little baby self-care.
Yeah.
I feel like paying attention to how I feel and trying to do my best to take care of that is another part of my day that I really like to honor as much as possible. I don't want to say non-negotiable because I get busy sometimes.
Yeah,
life gets
is
crazy.
life.
But at the same note, like there's rarely a day that I'm not doing like a handful of stretches, even if it's broken up in certain things, you know, if I didn't do like some, especially breathing. I think we talk about this a lot, but I think it's so
breathing
underrated.
Is a non-negotiable.
Yeah, breathing is a non-negotiable, but I'm talking about like how many times a day do you consciously go, and just relax, you know, like that's a powerful one. I think everybody could benefit from doing that a lot more in their life. So I try to do something all the time. I try to pay attention to my body. That's probably the non-negotiable piece. Pay attention to my body.
I think that's good.
Awesome. Well, I hope you have some of your own favorites that you do all of the time to take care of yourself. And maybe you pick up some of the favorites from this episode that you can try out for yourself. Remember, there's no harm in trying, right? Otherwise, thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.
Bye.